Nice.
Like,
I got to get some lights. I need to make this face look better somehow. So
yeah,
maybe it's the
I
lights.
think I think I'm gonna stick with red. I don't care. I don't
Yeah.
care.
I mean, it's a good color. So
Counter to intelligence.
Hello and welcome to the Counter to Intelligence. I am Ken the Bunker, and with me, as always, is
Tom, the debunker, who may not be able to debunk this one. I don't know. It's too fun. I kind of want to believe.
and you're very casual today. Like you're wearing
I
like just a regular t-shirt,
That's
just
true.
very
It,
casual for you.
it is. This is my
Yes.
post. I was just playing coaching tennis, and this is my post tennis outfit. So I'm
No,
not as
all right,
formal right now.
cool. Well, you look relaxed and like you're ready. So
I am ready to learn because you have probably found more than I have found. So I'm really curious to
I
hear
found a
about
lot.
this.
So
Yeah,
so those who didn't pay attention to last week's show or stopped before the end, which you should never do because we discuss what next week's show is so you can get prepared.
that's right.
It's always at the end of every episode. We talk about what's going to happen next, and we said we're going to look into the Simpsons,
Yes,
and so that's what we're doing. And more importantly, the Simpsons and how they have predicted or seem to have predicted a lot of things.
exactly. It's amazing to me just how many things I don't know how they do this, if it's all coincidence. It's bizarre. There's like
Yeah,
quite a few things.
yeah. So we're gonna break down first off. The Simpsons has been on for 36 seasons. That's 36 years. So I thought about that, and to put that in perspective, my brother-in-law is younger than the Simpsons have been around.
Wow.
Uh, So, and they just recently they've been renewed. They're going to be going on for at least four more seasons. So they are going to hit 40 seasons, which is probably I think is the longest running cartoon or
Definitely
sitcom,
that. Yeah.
and animated series. So it's a
Yeah.
long. I mean, like if you look at like soap operas, they went on forever. But like I'm saying, a sitcom or animation, this is the longest running one ever.
This is crazy. Yeah.
And the weird thing is, over those 36 seasons so far, they have had episodes that seem to predict what was going to happen in the future.
Yeah.
Um, so we're gonna like look into that. I'm kind of excited to see what you think about it, and see what your thoughts are.
I'm excited to see what my thoughts are too, because this one's got me going. It's a little crazy how many things there are.
All right. So what I kind of did is I broke it down uh into like segments. So we're going to look at political and society, technology and science, events and culture,
Mhm.
business and technology, pop culture, entertainment, obscure ones as well that can be debated. I mean, there are tons, but I was going for some like there's some that are really obscure that you could like it's kind of like a horoscope. You could be like, that could mean anything. But
Yeah.
so there, I mean, there are a lot. I think in total, some people say there's at least 40. Um,
Yeah.
I didn't pick out because I went through and some of them I was just like, that's a little too,
Yeah.
I don't know. But we'll get into it. So
Yeah.
starting with the political politics and society, one of the first ones was Donald Trump's presidency.
Yeah.
So in season 11, episode 17, so I even got down what episode and stuff. It's called Bart to the Future. It came out in 2000, and in it, Lisa is the president of the United States, Lisa
Right.
Simpson, and in it she mentions inheriting a budget crisis from President Trump. Like literally, so right
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
like so you can't even debate that. They said he would. This was in 2000.
Yeah.
They said he was going to be president, and then Lisa was going to be uh his successor.
Yeah, that's crazy. So I'm curious if there's going to be a Lisa running, in what 2028, I guess.
That would be funny.
Um, that would be hilarious. Yeah,
That,
crazy, right? Like
yeah,
they called it.
yeah,
Yeah, that's like dead on. Like I just don't know how we say. I mean, that's very direct, right? It
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
even symbolic. It wasn't like a misinterpretation. Like they just said he's going to be president.
And we'll see what happens, like with the tariffs and all that. Will the next president inherit a budget crisis?
Right,
So
exactly.
that'll be interesting to see. I hope
Yes,
not. I hopefully not. I'm hoping
yes.
for the best. But
I
so the next one, this was a good one too. Siegfried and Roy Tiger Attack,
yes.
season 5, episode 10, in 1993, and it was called Springfield. And it was a dollar sign on the Springfield.
Yeah,
And so that's what they said. Well, Roy Horn of Siegfried and Roy was
right.
mauled by a tiger in 2003, and
Yeah.
in that episode, he gets mauled by a tiger in 1993. Um,
Crazy.
the next one is, this was interesting, the U.S. Capitol riot in season 7, episode 3. It's called Lisa's Wedding, and it was in 1995.
Yeah,
And there's visuals of the Capitol being stormed
yeah,
in that, and that happened in 2021.
yeah.
Another was the Greece financial crisis.
I heard about this. This is a crazy
See,
one.
yeah, season 23, episode 10. It's called Politically Inept, and it happened in 2012. Homer is shown on the news ticker reading, Europe puts Greece on eBay.
Right.
So there was a point where they wanted to kick Greece out of the European Union. And
Oh my
so,
gosh.
which is funny. The Ebola virus outbreak in season 9, episode 3, Lisa Sachs, 1997. Marge suggests Bart read a book titled Curious George and the Ebola Virus. And so, all right. Then this one is interesting. It's considered a 9/11 reference, and here's what they say it is. So, season 9, episode 1, it's the city of New York versus Homer Simpson. This came out in 1997. He holds up a brochure, and on the cover is the Twin Towers. All right. Okay. Yeah, it's 1997. It's New York.
Yeah.
But the price, it says New York, $9. But it's a 9, and the dollar sign, instead of just one line, it's 2 lines. So people say 9/11.
Oh my gosh.
And
That
it's
might be a
right.
little pushing it. Yeah.
That's a little pushing it, but the 9/11, the $9 thing is right above the Twin Towers. So
Wow.
So that's one of those. Now we're going to move on to technology and science. Do you want to debunk any of these so far? I think
I
you
think
just
that
did
the
the
9/11 one is the one. Yeah. When they get into symbolism, I worry that's a stretch, but some of them, like Trump, was clearly dead on. Like there's just
Yeah,
no questioning it. Yeah.
yeah. All right. So technology and sciences, smartwatches, episode 6 or season 6, episode 19. It's Lisa's wedding, 1995. A character is using his watch as a phone.
Yeah.
And now on that, that doesn't, but like I threw that in there, but that's been around for a while. Like we've seen, like Dick Tracy had one,
Right.
so
Yeah. I
yeah,
mean, that's
obviously.
not a
But
big deal.
that
Yeah.
I obviously that was going to happen at some point down the road.
Right.
So, but I threw it in there because it was a direct, and I think it was
It
even an
was.
Apple watch.
Oh, was it Apple?
I
Okay.
think. I
Yeah.
think that's what they said. But all right.
Yeah.
The thing about people dealing with autocorrection fails, where this was funny. I put it in because it's funny. Season 6, episode 8, Lisa on Ice, 1994. A device, a Newton device, changes the phrase "beat up Martin" to "eat up Martha."
Yeah.
So it's like it just flipped it around and messed it up, which is like
Yeah.
something that happened as people were using their phones to text. Autocorrect was switching things around and messing things up for people.
Yes.
Now this one is great. The prediction that Disney was going to buy 20th Century Fox.
Yes. Episode
And
5, right?
yeah,
Of season
episode
10.
5, season 10.
Yeah.
When you dish upon a star, it was in 1998.
Hmm.
Fox Studios signed, labeled a division of Walt Disney Incorporated, and that just happened like a couple years ago. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that was just happened, which is like the whole they're like Deadpool came out, then Deadpool 2, and then
Yeah.
that's right after Deadpool 2 came out. Disney bought Fox, and they're all like, oh, there will never be another Deadpool because that's a straight rated R movie. But then they proved, no, we're going to let Ryan Reynolds do another one.
Yeah.
So
He needed the work. So it's
yeah,
probably good.
kudos to, well, yeah, his wife was getting sued, so he needed the money. Next was, this is great, video chat Zoom calls. Again, Lisa's wedding, season 6, episode 19. Lisa's on a video call with her mom. Now, again, that's kind of, to me, that's kind of an easy pick because the Jetsons had that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think other like Batman had that, and Batman cartoon Super Friends had that. So that's not like but you know, there they had it. And that, at Lisa's wedding had a few things in there, which was funny. This one's good. Robotic librarians, which is a thing now. And it was in season 6, episode 19. Again, Lisa's wedding. It was the automated library assistants, where the robot was going around showing you what books. And there are libraries, none in our area, but I know in New York and LA that they have these little robots going around with the book picks, and they're like, "Would you like to pick this book?" And like,
right.
And now this is one where it's on various episodes. The farm to table and virtual reality games. And this has been on multiple episodes where people were getting, but like 20 years ago, showing they were getting food from boxed food, like, fresh produce from farms. And then they also were playing VR games, which, I think getting boxed food from like farmers is more of that's kind of crazy that they picked up on that.
Yes.
But virtual reality games, I'm kind of like that everyone knew that was coming.
Yeah, that was obvious.
So that wasn't too hard. Now here's another one that was pretty cool. Now we're moving on to events and culture. In 2014, they predicted the FIFA World Cup results. So this is weird because now, and it was season 25, episode 16. It was, you don't have to live like a referee. And this came out in 2014, but it came out before the game. So it wasn't the same year, but also you got to remember that it takes about a year to get these things done. So like they're working on, and that makes it even crazier because a lot of these things were done, like, even though it came out in like 2014, it was made in 2013, 2012, because they're working on multiple seasons. Like, I looked up the process, how they do this, and it's not like we do it, today and it'll be out next week. It's a process. Maybe faster now, but like even like that 10 years ago, it wasn't. But basically, they predicted that Germany would defeat Brazil in the World Cup.
Yeah,
which
and they did.
Is crazy to be able to pick what team, like just even to pick what teams are going to be in the Final Four.
Correct.
Would be wild to get. Then not only that, but to get the final 2 teams and which one won.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Then there's the Higgs boson particle prediction. I don't know if you've heard of this.
I know about the Higgs. Yes, I know about that. I didn't realize they had predicted that one too.
In season 10, episode 2, The Wizard of Evergreen Terrace in 1998, Homer writes an equation which is eerily close to the Higgs boson mass. Like, when they look at what he wrote versus what it actually is, I think they said it's off by like a minuscule difference.
Yeah.
and he was talking, and I guess they were talking about the particle or whatever it was, but it was for something else. And he wrote this thing out, and it was super close. Another one, this was in 2010, but the U.S. curling gold that happened in 2018, season 21, episode 12, Boy Meets Curl. They predicted that the U.S. would win. The U.S. does win, curling over Sweden, and this happened 8 years after this episode came out. This one's funny. Everyone knows, like in the open of the thing, there's a three-eyed fish.
Right.
Did you hear about this one?
No.
Okay. So there's always this in the episode, but there was a particular episode, season 2, episode 4. It's called Two Cars in Every Garage. Came out in 1990. But in the opening, there you see the three-eyed fish, but there was a particular episode that had it. A real three-eyed fish was found near a nuclear plant in Argentina in 2011. So it had 3 eyes.
Oh my gosh.
Pandemic
And it feeds
response,
near a nuclear plant, right? That's the thing. Yeah.
So pandemic response and murder hornets. So
no, they got the murder hornets.
Yep. Season 4 of episode 21. It's called Margin Chains in 1993. There is a flu pandemic that comes from Asia that hits Springfield. And in the same episode, it is followed up by a hornet swarm from Asia.
Wow.
Which, if you all remember the pandemic, we had that. And within the pandemic year, we were faced with murder hornets.
Right.
So, I mean, so any of those you want to jump on and say, that's ridiculous. There's no way.
No, yeah. I mean, some of them, I guess that some of the technology ones, right? Obviously, you kind of saw them coming, but the murder hornets,
the flu pandemic and murder hornets. I mean, that's nuts.
Yeah, no, that is nuts.
And
I guess I can go. I have a theory, a debunking theory, which is with 36 years on the air, the writers probably are trying to cover so many topics to come up with new stuff. Like, I guess you could think about how many possibilities for things are there to occur. And then, obviously, if you just write about a bazillion things, you're going to eventually have stuff that fits reality. But some of these are pretty specific. The murder hornets I would not have seen coming. And the pandemic.
I want to go back to the New York one.
Right.
The brochure. Because I was looking it up, and it's not only that the dollar sign has 2 ones in it. How it is set up, the 9 is right next to the Twin Towers that make it look like 911, 9/11.
Ah.
So it says New York 9, and the Twin Towers make the 11.
That's crazy.
So the placement. So if you look it up, like if you look up New York brochure by the Simpsons, because I was trying to remember, because I looked up, but then I blanked. I couldn't remember exactly what they, what it said, but yeah. So, that's pretty much. I just wanted to go back to that because I remember there was more to it. So that was that. And thing is, like, the Simpsons for me, I used to like on and off, I'd watch it, and they're hit or miss. Like sometimes they're dead out, they're hilarious, and sometimes they're just kind of fall flat. But they keep going, and they don't give up, and they're kind of like, for me, kind of like Saturday Night Live, where you'll have a good season, or like even in a season you have 1 or 2 good episodes, and the Simpsons are kind of the same way. And it's interesting that the writers cross paths. Like Conan O'Brien was a writer on SNL, and then he was a writer on Simpsons before he became Conan O'Brien as we know him.
Right.
And there's a lot of people like that who have gone back and forth and wrote for both. But all right, so now we're going to move on to business and technology predictions.
All right.
Again, Apple products and FaceTime, various episodes in the 90s, they were predicting different kinds of phones. And like I said, the smartwatches, the tablets, all these like things. And usually they wouldn't have the Apple symbol on it. It was like a pear symbol.
Huh.
They would do these things. So they predicted very same. There was multiple episodes. So it was
Wow.
that. Another was the Facebook social networking addiction. Uh, in season 23, episode 22, Lisa goes gaga in 2012. Basically, she just can't get off the internet and she is just always on social media. And this was,
Wow.
in 2012. And that was kind of the start of it. So I think, they just saw it coming. Then this is an interesting crypto and Bitcoin. Uh, in season 25, episode 7, 2013. So this is right when Bitcoin was coming out. Like
Right.
people were not ticker shows on a news saying it's just a blank ticker. Bitcoin hits record high.
Right.
And obviously now you can't a Bitcoin's over $100,000 for one.
It's crazy for one. Yeah.
So angry at myself.
I know. I
Jumping
just
on
should
that
have
when I
gotten
did.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. The other is what the NFT is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. The NFT craze episode, Bart the Cool Kid, season 33, 2022. They basically said this is a prediction where NFT, like this is one they're saying is going to happen. The NFT craze goes because it's out there, but it hasn't been insane yet. Like there are to the point, but they're basically saying it's going to happen. This is one because it's like to the point that these things were like just off the charts, like ridiculous in that.
No, and that's like something that not a lot of people paid attention to until recently, right? Like I feel like they were ahead of the curve as always.
Yeah. So, this was the lady. This now pop culture and entertainment. Lady Gaga Super Bowl halftime show, season 23, episode 22 in 2012. It in 2017 they used an almost exact staging for the Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah.
Whether so people are
cool.
like, so that's one of those like, did they see the episode and get the idea, or did it just kind of happen?
True.
So another was the Game of Thrones ending, the big dragon attack. So spoiler alert. Sorry, should have said that first. Season 29, episode 1. It's called The Simpsons. Basically in it, like they're watching their favorite show, and this was in 2017. And in it, it's kind of they're watching a show that's similar to Game of Thrones, and the whole town gets destroyed by dragons.
Right.
Like almost the exact same thing.
Oh my gosh.
Another one that's kind of funny is the Beatles fan mail response, season 2, episode 18, 1991. In it, Ringo Starr answers a decades-old fan letter. Okay. In an interview, Paul McCartney talked about how he has letters that are decades old that he still tries to answer.
Oh my goodness.
So either they knew, but it's just funny because it was in an
That's hilarious. Because I believe that. You probably have so much fan mail. Yeah.
Yeah. Then now here's some obscure ones, and you can kind of debate. Farmville or virtual farming games in season 19, episode 17 in 2008. It was the big craze. All the kids were playing it.
Yes, they were.
And that was in 2008, and that came a little like about 7-8 years later. That became a big deal. Kids were playing these games. The other was the Greece theft scandal in 2012. It was a New York City incident, I guess, where people were stealing grease. And in episode 10 or season 10, episode 1, Lord of the Dance in 1998, that's what people were doing in the episode. They were stealing grease, which is also similar to the Fight Club, where they were stealing grease to make soap. So you could also say that was a prediction, I guess, maybe. Another was horse meat and food products, which was a huge scandal in 2013 in Europe. Episode 5 or season 5, episode 19, Sweet Seymour Skinner's Badass song. He sings that they are using horse meat for the kids at the school.
Right.
Now here's another one which is funny. In 2015, Homer Simpson is running for, I don't know what he's running for, but it's a campaign ad. And in it, he goes down a golden escalator followed by Marge and all that. And to the point that it looks exactly like Trump going down the escalator to announce his presidency.
That's hilarious.
For like it's verbatim. Also, multiple episodes in the 90s show autonomous cars that will just drive you wherever you want to go.
Oh my gosh. That's so cool.
And then this one was the Tiger Woods scandal in season 21, episode 8. Oh, brother, where Bart thou? It's almost like an identical thing that happens. Where,
Gosh.
it's like the scandal of Tiger Woods cheating on his wife and all that. Yeah. So those are the ones I did. I know there's others. Were there others that you had found that you wanted to?
I think you mentioned them all. I found one treasure trove of like 34 of them, but
Yeah.
there's way more than that, I think.
They
you were
said
saying
like a couple
40.
of them said 40. But again,
Yeah.
like I did have some that were kind of really like, yeah, but they're interesting, but some I was like, it was too easy. Like I've seen it, although I did leave some in, but
My dog's losing it. Hold on. Come
oh
on,
no,
dog.
because your dog's a huge fan of the Simpsons, and
I guess so.
Doesn't
I don't know why my dog's being crazy. Oh, both of them are being crazy. All right. Out. Come on, in or out. Let's go. All right, it's out. Okay, sorry about that. All right, we can edit that out from our video.
No, I'm not. I'm leaving that all in, man.
Oh, nice. We're authentic.
Yeah. So yeah. So, what are your thoughts on that? Like,
I mean, I guess if I'm trying to debunk it, I'm thinking they've tried so many things over 36 years, but on the other side, like some of the predictions were in the first couple years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how can they be that accurate? I don't know. It's weird. These writers, like, are they just good at interpreting what the culture is going to do because they create the culture by writing all this stuff? I don't know. I mean, I'm actually blown away by how many things actually came true.
Yeah.
It's kind of, and how specific some of them are, right? Whereas like, okay, that clearly is exactly dead on.
Yeah, it was wild. Like, yeah, all of them are pretty interesting. When I see it, it makes me actually like, man, maybe I should start watching the episode.
I know,
Simpsons
right?
again.
Exactly.
And see
Yeah,
what's going on.
Lady Gaga's Super Bowl performance, right? I mean, it was kind of the same thing. So, I don't know. Okay.
What's interesting, it's not really my wife's uncle and aunt are huge Simpsons fans.
Yeah.
And to the point that he had the Simpson, I guess, action figures or play sets or whatever you want to call them, but they're like replicas of the living room, all these things with all the figures.
Oh wow.
And it's all of them. And he I have them. So like with all the little houses and everything, and so I need to set them all up because they're amazing. They're like in perfect condition. And and I guess he used to have them set up in his house, and it had them, and it's like, it's pretty cool. Like you have the nuclear power plant office, and you have even the aliens. I think one of the funny ones was that it wasn't in there, but I remember when Bob Dole was running for president, and it turned out that they were just the aliens, like the two Crack and whatever the two aliens names were. But yeah,
that's hilarious. Yeah, I really like. I mean, this is one of the most fascinating things to me, that this is pretty darn accurate. Some of these things, some it's like, okay, you're stretching a little, but just the visuals. When the visuals are so similar, that's something that's like, wait a second, that looks like the thing. Now, one thing we have to be aware of, like I thought they had predicted the Coldplay thing, but that was fake. I learned.
Yeah,
that was actually a deep fake. So I guess now, because people know it predicts things, others are like trying to make it seem like more, so they're actually faking the predictions, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, I've seen the ones where the people have made fake ones.
Yes,
But I think they don't need to do that because there's enough real ones out there.
so many. Yeah.
And it'll be interesting to see where it goes next. What are they going to predict next?
Yeah.
So it makes
If
me
they
want
can
to
get stock picks for me, that would be fine. Like I need to contact the writers and be like, tell me what to buy right now,
yeah,
so I can just
what is going on?
yeah, what is going to be big, so I can just put in some money now and then retire. The Simpsons are my retirement plan.
Yeah, because your kids aren't going to be of any use.
They're not, yeah, they got their own retirement. They're like, we're not giving you our money. And I'm like, well, we gave you our money. Like growing up, we paid for
Yeah,
you, but they have no interest. Yeah, I don't know why.
yeah, kids are jerks like that.
Right? I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to work on them. So
Yeah. So I think that I can't debunk it. I can't it is what it is. Like whether you believe they predicted these things or it's just huge coincidence. I think that's up to everybody else. I think it's wild. I don't know
yeah,
how they did it. Like
I
obviously
don't know
some of them
how.
are dead on. You got President Trump. You got
Yeah.
other. So it's kind of hard to say that no, they didn't because they obviously did.
Yeah.
But
Well, the whole like merger of two companies, Walt Disney and like that's crazy to me. Like that's very specific,
yeah, it is.
So yeah, I don't know. Maybe that was something they talked about in their studios, right? You can always speculate, but yeah, I don't know. So the question though is how do we use this for our own benefit, right? So like we need to watch the episodes, but how do you know which ones are going to come true? Because there's lots of stuff in every episode. So
True. Yeah.
I don't know how to figure that out. So that maybe our listeners can tell us. Like maybe they should post the ones we should pay attention to, so we'll know we can do stuff according to
Yeah.
our listeners.
And like live our lives according to the Simpsons.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm sure that's probably a good idea. I don't know if anyone else has just done that, but
people had those bracelets that said, "What would Jesus do?" Be what would Homer do?
right? I know WWHD. I mean, we should probably copyright that right now and have people do it.
Yeah, and let's do it. So I think we can put this one to bed for this week.
Yeah.
Do you have a conspiracy or something you want to look into for next week?
Don't. Do you have one?
I
mean,
do.
I would love to look
I do
into
have
one,
one that
yeah.
interests me.
All right.
And it is the Philadelphia experiment.
Heard of this, but I don't know what it is.
Well, we'll go into it. I don't want to explain
right.
it now, but it goes back to about World War II, and there was a movie about it, loosely based on it. But there's been books about it and a whole bunch of stuff. But I think it'd be fun to dive into. What was it? What did people say happened? And then find out what you think happened.
Oh, and I just Googled. This is very interesting. This is
military.
good.
It's time travel. It's all kinds of stuff.
It's all kinds of stuff. We will get to the bottom of it, or at least ask a lot of questions during the next episode. It's going to be great.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go, everybody. So comment, like if you made it this far, now you know what next week is about, and you can come back and maybe next week I won't be red.
Right.
So, let's see.
I love it.
Cool. Well, we'll see you all next time.
All right. Bye, everybody.